Hello everyone, welcome to my video. This time we have another tour, but this time I was the one who was organizing the tour. Hope you will enjoy it. If you would like to see a down-edited version, which is only 1 hour long, you can watch a video, link in the description. It's a bit better than this one. I hope you will enjoy it from my perspective. I officially welcome everybody to the 300k days Prototech tour. I hope you will enjoy it, and I guess Revax, you can say something about the history of the server.
Yeah, well, as you all know, like this server has been running for like at this point it's what 11 years. So yeah, that's why like the 300k days. Even though, well, it's mostly also thanks to Mr. Raceworks who used to sleep a lot, way too much in fact. Because, well, Proto started basically the same time as Cycraft did, but somehow Proto has like 40k days more. So, yeah. Well, we will see. We'll talk a bit about the history during the tour, but
You know what's
yeah,
crazy?
like,
In my research, I found that Proto started in the same week as Cycraft.
This is true.
something like this, yeah.
I've remembered someone saying that, yeah.
So, the first thing we want to show you is actually over here at spawn. It's down there in the bedrock pattern. There is a bit of obsidian. And those are actually the oldest falling blocks, which in the game, I think. They should have the biggest count. They should be the oldest.
And they are in the spawn chunk, so they are constantly ticking.
Yeah. Those all of those falling blocks are constantly ticking. Actually, it's so nice. Today they are exactly 3 years old. By game techniques, they are exactly 3 years old in game techs. We are only 147 days away from before they start to go into negatives. Because as you all know, falling blocks can only last for 45 seconds, then they will die. And they will drop an item. But you can put them on walls or fences in 1.12 and just we just kept them over here in spawn. And we are now waiting for them to become negative, because then they can fall again. But because of inactivity and other shit, when the dimension unloads, it should already be done, but it is not.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now we are exactly at 3 years. So that's just a kind of small stop on the tour. a bit of falling blocks.
Yeah, the overworld unloads when there is no one on the server. Otherwise, it's constantly loaded because it's the spawn chunks, but not when no one is on.
And after 6 years, you have to add another block so they even survive, right?
But after they are done, we will move them out of spawn chunks so that they don't like don't go way too much, and they don't go again into positive, because we don't want that.
Why are there so many melons?
The melons are just there because we started breaking bedrock. So
Wait, wouldn't the server tick time go into negatives?
I was wondering that too.
Server tick time goes into negative after 30 billion years or something. It's a long, not an integer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
it's like a
think
clear integer.
Yeah, we should not reach that soon.
no.
Yeah.
We should start sleeping.
The funny thing is you can actually detect when the server timer overflows, like it changes tile tick delays. Like you can make a 30 billion clock with it.
Huh.
Great clock.
Did you make a flying machine that moves when that happens?
Yeah, that was my idea for slowest flying machine server time overflow.
Obviously, Myron. Yeah.
More common to actually happen is that the tile tick IDs overflow. That can change the ordering Taltics.
Hmm.
I think in newer versions they fix it to be a long. I might be wrong, but in 1.12 it's an int. So every time there's a tile tick, there's a global counter that counts up, and once it overflows, then your tile tick order changes.
What's with all the melons?
Yeah, we are breaking bedrock by hand.
The melons are just there so we break bedrock. Like what we are doing is we are placing dragon eggs on top of them with instant falling, and we are just running flying machine to break all the melons. So we don't have to like it's faster. It's a bit faster.
Oh right, you guys have a dragon egg
Because
bedrock breaking,
because
the
like
best
we
mechanic
are
ever.
you are using vanilla server, so we don't have carpet or anything. We're actually vanilla. And if you use flying machines with people actually placing the eggs, it just doesn't work. It's not reliable, so we can't use that. We tried many times, but
Yeah, there are some older setups which work, but they are really slow, and they are made with lazy chunks, not with instant fall. All of them made with instant fall are pretty much made with carpet bots, and they are reliable, but players are not. Because 1.12 is 1.12. Yeah, so I guess we can just a bit about our main storage.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
the
is
main
our-
storage is this big thing up in the air, south to spawn.
Press enter to
Oh,
enable the
fuck.
narrator.
Shit, my bad.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Do it.
This is
Yeah.
a famous Prototech.
Alternative
Can I
idea.
explain briefly how instant fall works just for new version players, or are we gonna see the instant fall setup?
Yeah,
We
Adam is
will
gonna.
have to.
I mean, I think everyone here understands how instant falling works. And
No.
well,
Do
from
they?
You have
I mean,
to
there's
go-
some
do you
people
have
who
like a
started
switch
playing
to
I
without
don't
enable
think
falling.
so.
Oh, I don't understand. You can explain it for me.
Yeah, we are gonna explain it.
So basically,
Yeah.
1.12.
Nah, don't worry. I watched the 2-hour long.
Let's go.
combined
So
video.
basic.
Fido slab.
Yeah, if you are
So
wondering,
basically-
the save state books are stored in the back.
Yeah, it's not the Adam's Shadow storage, no. This one was built like way back then, but it turns out it wasn't like the good storage we needed, and people got rid of it because
It was not good.
I mean
Y'all should
it's
build
good,
public
but it's
golem
not.
storage.
It wasn't like what we needed.
And then we blew it up.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure the
remember
last
spending a
time
lot
I
of
was
time at the
here,
Corwich
it was all
perimeter.
blown up.
When I was playing
that
with
was
the
a
Corwich
different main
perimeter, it's
storage.
the only storage we had.
Yeah. So this is just a normal filter-based storage, and someone already spawning silverfishes and placing illegals. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, get your no texture cube.
Yeah, we also have
Oh
many
god, people are placing
illegals.
bedrock in the storage.
Yeah, we also have almost all illegals. We are only missing large fern and tall grass. Those are the last two, and the shrubs. So we are missing 3 items in total.
How do we not have shrubs? Shrubs are so
You don't.
easy to get.
You didn't make them.
We never made them?
Yeah.
No.
Directly his fault.
Oh, right. The server crashed when I tried getting them, and then I decided to never. Ah, right.
Yeah, and you know why I want to get them, because I can group the shit out of them because they are illegal, and once we update, they go into dead bushes.
This.
Okay.
A little bit of a callback, but alternative suggestion. Maybe we have the narrator narrate the entire tour. I think that'd be good. That'd be kind of cool.
Odd idea.
No.
I thought it was a voice activated storage. Amazing.
Voice. Okay.
Is there any plans for the server to update to newer versions?
Yes, in the future. But
No. The
yeah.
next 300k days.
Soon TM.
Yeah. It should be soon TM after we finish 1.12. But Myron keeps finding new shit. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think you would stay in 1.12 even without all the extra stuff. Like 1.12 is just a solid version, even if you don't discover new stuff all the time.
Yeah, We would like just to get all the possible items, all the possible block states, all the possible mobs,
You use
and then go
all
to
the
audit.
blocks, like all the large
Make
ones.
that like debug world and avoid perimeter. That'd be kind of cool.
Okay, well, like it will
We'll need to
stay.
keep expanding it in the later versions, though, of course.
Yeah, okay, but it will still takes that time until we have a good setup for all the annoying falling blocks like falling saplings or whetstone dust and so on. I currently use.
Does Proto still intend to update?
Yeah, we see what's
Yeah,
up.
sounds
Yeah,
better.
I mean, we would like to update, but like there are so many things to do. That's
Yeah.
it just takes
I
so
feel like
many.
I feel like it's kind of cooler having like a server in 1.12, like
Yeah.
the true version of technical Minecraft.
To be fair,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
SciCraft,
Well,
when
Proto
SciCraft
and
updated
Doug,
to
Actually,
the new
basically the
when
last
SciCraft
one.
updated to the new versions, it kind of died.
The
so
issue is
maybe-
finding a player pool big enough to like
Yeah,
continue doing
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there are people. There are just not people working on it here. Like most of the
Yeah.
1.12 community is on Duct at this point.
Yeah.
Like, they are just digging. They are not even
So,
doing
like, just
TMC.
an
They're just digging.
Sounds kind of impossible. I give you guys a week at most.
God.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I guess we can move on to another
Yeah.
location. Yeah. So can you teleport us, Revex, to the museum?
The museum. Yeah, sure. I can.
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play on the server. It's impossible to fly. I remember like it used to be not this bad. Like it's bearable, but since you
No,
guys
it's because of,
downgrade,
it's because of ping.
Thing too is
Yeah,
also
go
the
in
point they charge.
spectator. Just go in spectator.
Yeah, /C. Like we can have a clear background.
Okay, we can TP now.
TP almost.
Yeah.
I actually have the command prepared.
Yeah, do it. TP. Do it.
Wait, actually, now that we have structure blocks, we can replace the pig spawner at main storage with structure blocks.
Oh, what's going on
where
here?
is this?
Okay, welcome to the museum, where we keep all
right.
the illegals and things like that.
Okay, I've been here before.
Yeah, like there is also a huge statue of Gordy, obviously.
I mean, there are many things in this museum.
Yeah, there is a lot of things.
Collecting all the mobs, items,
Yeah.
all the discontinued stuff, or like, yeah. This
So
was the Ray's project. Like this was what Ray's worked on the most, and he started it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not done, obviously, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, that's
also,
quite a bit of my part, yeah.
Oh, not that many. A lot of them were already destroyed because you cannot block map arts in 1.12.
Yeah. But we do have some map arts. We need to make more, though.
Yeah, we need to. If you go to the south, you can actually see like an underwater section where we keep all the blocks. It's like
and items, yeah. And that's where there is the 6 or 7 head piston.
Yeah,
right?
Myron, you have those here. You don't have to make them.
They
They're
are
over here.
underwater over there.
Also,
Of course, it's underwater.
We have the first ever pattern nerfle in 1.12. It doesn't sound that impressive, but in 1.12, nether portals are stupid, and if they have a missing frame part, they will just you cannot even upgrade them from the side, and that's why you cannot use a normal suppressor because the suppressor arm is producing block updates, and it's gonna fuck up the nether portal. So what we had to do is we had to use a suppressor which doesn't give off block updates, which is a comparator facing from CCE box. So we actually needed like 8 CCE boxes just to make the pattern nerful. It took actually quite a long time. Big thanks to Void because he actually made the first working setup for it. Yeah, there is a bunch of some pistons by Myron.
Yeah, there is many things in this museum, like from many versions, because the server started in 1.7, updated to 1.8, 1.9, 1.10, 1.11, 1.12. So in every version, we stopped and we collected the illegals.
Yeah, we went from 1.12 to 1.12.1, and then we came back to 1.12.0.
Yeah, because of overstacking.
Yeah. We are now going the opposite way. We are preparing to go into 1.11. We already removed all the concrete at spawn.
111? That's too ambitious. Go back more.
Yeah, no.
And theoretically, we can go back to 1.7.
Let's do it.
And we can we can actually take command blocks from this version, go into 1.7, and place them and use them.
What?
So we can.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done that? What?
Yeah, and then we can actually achieve creative mode in survival vanilla.
No way. Why isn't that a YouTube
You can
video?
just
What the
do
hell?
that in 1.8.3 by placing a sign.
Bro.
That's why they had to release 1.8.4.
Yeah, you can also place a sign, but that's a bit cheaty because you need to NBT edit it.
I got into creative in Minecraft Survival. Vanilla.
Wow. As if you couldn't do that already by going into open to lane and turn on cheats.
Yeah, right.
But,
That's so
but
true.
following block is without cheats.
On a server.
There is a bunch of things in the museum. There is a bunch of mobs. We still need to get quite a lot of them. We are missing a lot of them still.
Yeah, we are missing a lot of them, but
Yeah, there are also 2 rooms underwater, which some people are already there, and if you enter, there are some items which we got over the years.
What is this? Append Yordle?
Oh my god, the OG
yes.
spawn
oh
platform.
yeah, the end portal, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I can actually
append. It's append.
Yeah, I
Okay.
teleported all. Please inspect the shulkers. Don't take the items out of them so that people can actually watch them. Those are all the illegal items we got.
Oh
And actually,
god, this
Uncrossable
brings
tip
so many
arrow.
memories.
Jacob
I
just
know,
looking
right?
at the shulker.
The fishing rod.
This will
is the
fish the life of the
falling block
day.
fishing rod.
Yeah.
Like ant venom logged
That's
out
holy
right
shit,
here.
that's one hell of a rod.
Why have you not put a trap here?
Just to
Dude,
fit
that's
into the void, just the void hole. Wait, Cubic, let me fix it. Fixed. Are you happy now?
Oh.
Yeah, but
So
people are going
if
to
ant
follow
venom
the
decides
voice.
to join. Oh no way!
Oh my
he
god,
actually
Unvenom
joined.
joined! Whoa!
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like we are not going to explain every single item because like there's too many.
Yeah.
But
I guess there we can explain that like some. So we have a bunch of from obviously from Falling Block. We have a bunch of JTLS shit which you just
yeah.
That's self-explaining kinda. Just get rid of the data. We have some shadow enchant shit which we are gonna explain later when we get to that part. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We have some illegal tools. So actually, in survival, we are all using duped items and tools because we made them illegal so that we can dupe them. Yeah. It's annoying to craft a pickaxe. So I just made an illegal pickaxe with fortune and silk touch at the same time so that I am able to dupe it.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Oh my god. God damn
it.
BNM, why did you
Oh my
call all
God.
the why did you call all the tools in Czech? Żelazny krumpacz.
Yeah.
Złoty
I
krumpacz.
think I found Korean's favorite fishing rod.
Yeah, the fishing rod is good.
Yeah, they all are named in Czech, and actually you can rename them, but they will not actually break because they don't have the same enchants twice.
Bro, you
The
also
enchants don't stack though, do they?
Some
No,
enchants do
silk touch
stack.
takes priority.
Yeah, some enchants do stack.
Like
sharpness.
protection stacks, only protection, sharpness, might.
Yeah, but actually protection has a cap, so you can
Yeah,
like get
it has a
one piece of armor, which will give you all the protection you need. But that's kind of useless.
Do we have enough players online to do a sharpness damage 69 sword yet?
Oh, we have
yeah.
like we have enough people to do like a sharpness 150 or something.
Hey, not that we're gonna do it.
But it's just not going to be possible because it's too.
I don't trust
would
all
be
of
too
those people,
annoying.
bro. I don't trust all of those people having one shadow item together.
Yeah, it would be way too annoying, but
Also,
The
yeah.
65 stacks of bedrock, man.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
working out.
We never did the 69 stack.
no.
No, you didn't. I would like to do.
You
Make
can
me
set
a-
it up.
your
You,
fault
you have
again.
RPM. Come on.
I haven't played Minecraft in like
Yeah,
half a year.
see?
Give me a break.
Bro, I would first like to have a working end setup before we do 69 stack.
It's just
Cubic, what are you
5
trying-
async lines, bro.
It's just my facing line. Obviously. Why are there people trapping each other in that?
The SEP. What does that mean, the SEP?
What?
Have you gotten the SEP yet? What is the SEP?
Yeah, that's a great question. What's the set?
He's asking me if I got the entity separator thing I was working on.
Sure.
I said you got the master bait here.
Yeah, we have the master base.
What?
We made a fishing rod with like 1 billion different lure and luck of the sea enchants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Green's favorite fishing rod. I'd assume he'd look at this and be like,
It
God
doesn't
tier.
stack the enchants, by the way, so it just like it doesn't work.
Oh, so you don't get
Imagine if you did, you
a
would get
fishing rod
fish
that's like.
you would get a fish every single second.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that like the lure is so powerful that like the moment you stick the bobber in the ocean, it becomes like a black hole and just like sucks up the entire ocean in an instant.
Bobber.
Bobber, no.
Okay, so I mean, I guess the museum.
Yeah, I don't think
is
there's
cool.
anything else to show in museum. I
And
guess.
yeah, other than that, I mean, I guess there are also the mobs, but
Yeah, the mobs are like they're interesting. There are a lot of Halloween mobs. We got some mobs holding like illegal items.
yeah, also.
There is
But-
also someone running with Frostwalker. I hate that enchant. It makes the server crash.
What's with the purple concrete?
Purple concrete where?
Purple concrete.
What's special about the purple concrete?
Which purple concrete?
Why?
Where did you get it?
Somebody just gave me a purple concrete.
It's just a concrete, I guess.
What? Oh.
Unless it has beta values.
Bro, you see fucking command blocks, structure blocks, and then you see a purple concrete. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, we're looking at like illegal cursed items, and somebody hands me a purple concrete. I'm like, ooh, wonder what's special about this.
Cubic, we even have a normal items. It doesn't look like that, but we are able to have normal items which are not illegal. I hate
the purple
those because
concrete is a command block.
I don't know
I
if I
agree.
agree.
I hate those because I cannot dupe them, but other than that, yeah, we have them.
Max, why have you become the floor?
I wanted to join the museum.
Okay.
Next, you can fly to the next location. Okay.
Yeah. The next location is far.
Yeah.
Slime farm?
I'm gonna show people those mobs.
Oh, the traffic cone!
Yeah, the traffic cone.
Oh.
Wait, why
Yeah,
is the traffic cone here? What?
I don't see the mobs, but
Oh, is
yeah,
this a
they
bedrock
are
shop?
here.
No, wait,
Those are the latest mobs we got.
Oh my
All those
god.
mobs are holding illegal items.
Oh, that's what it's all about.
Oh, hi, Pingu.
Alright.
Oh my god, that is extremely cursed.
There's so many people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a cone
Oh.
full of people. Waiting for the teleport.
But you're going to wait a bit.
Why is the server at 40 MSPD?
Yeah, a lot of players are laggy. Yeah, that's
Someone's in public.
Yeah.
Are they waiting to drag or what?
If
I
they're
don't
in
know.
public, that means they don't have to roll.
So
Right.
Do you need like friends to be in here or what?
Just
So
random fires.
if they
in
want
there.
to join, then we need to know like what server are they from and are they actually
Sure.
invited.
Wait, because I did a
Like-
stupid. Do you still have the book, BNM? I don't have the book.
I should have it in my chest.
Yo,
Okay.
chicken jockey.
No, JKM.
Please tell me you have it.
I hope I have it. I have my hyperlink coordinates if it helps. Wait, I'm gonna look. Please tell me I have it. I should have it.
What's with all the horses?
I have
they
a
all
bunch of
max
save.
speed?
I have a bunch of save state books if it helps.
No.
Yeah, I don't have it in my inventory.
Ah.
Maybe in this chakra. What is this?
Somebody ban garlic bread immediately.
Oh, BNM, I have a
Yes.
question. I remember that several years ago, Ray managed to get a skeleton jockey, but it was a wither skeleton. Do you know where it could be? I kind of want
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
we have them in the nether. Relax knows where they are.
Oh, nether, right? Because in 112 you can't
Yeah,
get
you can't
jockeys through
get
portals.
them.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
They are
other
still
one
they
at
are
all.
still at the location where they were created. So I
Alright,
think it should be
yeah.
the nether side of the lightning farm, the old one.
All right.
So do you have the book or do you not have the book?
I don't have it. Sorry.
Okay, so I need to like
Like
go
maybe
to
this.
SMP and make a.
I actually have it. Oh my god, I'm the best.
Okay, thank you.
Is that? Yeah, I have it.
Can you TP to me and give it or?
Hey, you made it, Rocks.
Those are my end portal frames, DK.
Sorry?
Don't touch
Hey,
my
I
end
did.
portal frames.
I finally got it working.
They are very precious to me.
Can you please?
There you
We'll
go.
see how long it takes to load in.
He took it. Okay, thank you. So that okay, there we go. Now I have the coordinates because otherwise
Yeah.
1221, 128, 2634.
Sheep.
There is a lot of mobs in the museum. You can just fly around and like watch all of them. There is quite a lot of them. And actually, the area is
And
actually
wait,
instant
wait, wait,
totality
wait,
proof.
wait.
It was actually not instant totality proof for a long time because there was a wolf standing on a pressure plate, and there was
Okay.
some ice in the pyramid.
Yo, is this a bolt network?
Okay.
We have
It's
a
the
bolt
startup
network, but
one.
we don't use it.
There we go. Now we can.
We don't
TP
have a
anybody.
bolt network. What are you talking? It's like 2 bolts.
Yeah, 2 bolts is already a network.
That's it.
BNM.
That's all. I've only been able to design like 4, and only 2 of them have been built.
Because like there are better ways. Okay, over here.
Oh
I
no,
want-
it's here. We're here.
This should bring memory to someone.
Oh yeah.
JK, we can start explaining.
So basically in 112.
No.
No.
All right. So we are currently at the first falling block setup we built on Prototech. So this setup was designed by me specifically to get a falling end portal frame, and then I slightly modified it to also get a falling spawner, because the chunk that was generating the stronghold also happened to generate a spawner in a very favorable location. So I didn't have to make a separate setup. Oh god, I actually feel kind of a bit of anxiety kicking in. Oh no.
Oh, when was this made?
I mean,
we tend to joke about it, but I genuinely do have a bit of PTSD from falling.
You don't have to explain it. Like
No, it's fine.
everything
It's fine.
thing.
Alright,
The
I have a
setup
cool
was
idea.
was built very early on in Falling Block. I basically designed it like right after SciCraft got their Falling and Portoframe. So from from all this time perspective, it's pretty bad. But the general idea how it works is first we would load the cluster chunks. Basically, if you don't know Falling Block, we need cluster chunks to arrange the the list of loaded chunks in a specific way. So the chunk that we wanna reload is like deep into the list. It's complicated. What the fuck, look of it. This is where it happened. Okay, so
with
yeah,
the
so
same
the
guy.
so the setup would be started by loading the grid of cluster chunks. Then after a couple autosaves, which would be identified by the autosave detector here, after a couple autosaves, we would actually go to the setup. The setup is broken, right? I don't have to actually perform the setup, right?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I have a
And
cool
we
idea.
don't want to anyway because like
Can we enable chunk loading so I can load the whole thing as LEDs for distant horizons?
We can go.
So
I
anyway,
kind of want to load.
after the
I
cluster
want to load
chunks
the
were
whole thing.
loaded, we would fly in here, and oh no, the beacon tower is gone. Right. Damn.
Yeah, I want to be able to see like the whole expanse of it.
But yeah, in the original setups, we would have a giant tower of like 4,500 beacons. Because back then we believed that it was all necessary. Later turned out that you only need like 5 beacons, and it's already as reliable as it is with 4,500. So
God, how long is this line?
that was a cool discovery.
Depends on the cluster chunks.
Sorry?
It depends on the cluster chunks. Like on Prototech, you also didn't load the cluster chunks correctly, so I think it was good you had a few more beacons.
We somehow
my
did
God,
everything
is this a
wrong
perma
with the
loading
setup,
grid?
and it still worked, which is kind of insane.
What about a perma-loading grid?
Sorry?
I think I just ran into like a gigantic perma loading grid.
You probably did.
Yeah, that's probably the cluster chunks.
Yeah.
Should I not be loading this?
Yeah. Oh my fucking god! Get out of here! Get out of here! We have to.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I am spamming save all.
What the fuck? Log off.
Wait, so was this the location of the what the fuck log off?
Yeah, this is the location of what the fuck is going.
That is crazy. Well, that's a lore drop right there. That's awesome.
I am okay. Oh my god!
Okay.
I
We have
think
time.
I
We
just
have
got a
time.
huge spike of anxiety going through my body. Like I'm right now standing where the what the fuck log off moment took place. Oh god.
Yeah.
It happened here, but the observers are missing. Why?
Yeah, the setup is broken at this point.
Why are the observers missing? That's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
historic place.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Don't know.
I am reliving through all the stress.
Also, so in the initial setup, you actually generated a stronghold end portal to get the end portal frame.
This was before generic method was developed. We had to rely on the terrain generation.
Warp terrain was not discovered yet.
Honestly, I kind of.
It wasn't found to be reliable yet.
Honestly, it's kind of a shame that generic method is so convenient because Myron, you can probably agree about
the stronghold setup is
population setups were just so much cooler than generic setups.
Yeah, but like at the time we didn't understand rotating yet. We kind of knew that there was some kind of pellet corruption because if you go down here, you see some unnecessary blocks, and these are just for pellet protection, so that we like upsize the pellet so we don't get accidental pellet corruptions. So like we had kind of a clue, but not really a clue back then. We just added blocks to protect it against like pellet stuff. And only later we figured out how to exploit the pellet stuff to make everything super easy. Yeah, but like this is a really cool setup where right here where the obsidian is, you initially had a dragon egg, and what you did is when the stronghold generated, like you had a sand stack and a dragon egg fall down and destroy part of the stronghold floor while it's in the middle of generation, so that we can get a sand block in the middle of the stronghold room while it's generating. Like it was a really complicated puzzle to get the sand in the correct spot. Because when you generate a stronghold, it first clears the room with air, and you need to get the sand in there after it has cleared the room with air, but before the end portal frames get placed. Like it's really fun. Yeah, but not necessary nowadays anymore.
What was really cool about this setup is that in the sand preparation step, where we had to somehow get a floating sand in the place where end portal frame would about to generate, I remember that we had to populate another dummy chunk just to turn off instant fall, so the other sand wouldn't fall. It was so funny.
I think one of the rail lines here goes over to the instant falling chunk here. I think this rail line here.
Is this like the block state palette?
Sorry?
Is this like the block state palette of all like the fences and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's the register palette.
Like the block state palette in this setup, the block state palette is only there to protect us against pellet corruptions. Like we just add this stuff so we don't get accidental pellet corruptions, because we didn't understand them yet, but just knew we add a block state palette when they don't happen.
Fishbone like. Yeah, it's very difficult to understand you, Marin, I'm afraid.
Okay. If we follow the line of cobblestone walls, we end up in the final chunk where we were waiting for the falling blocks to arrive. Holy shit! So many memories.
Oh no! Fuck.
Yeah, this is the first falling end portal frame we got on Prototech. Well, technically second, because if you watch my video, you know that on the first actual attempt the server crashed and we had to restore a backup. Kind of unfortunate. But yeah, we managed to get 3 falling end portal frames from this setup after the backup restoration. The first one is saved here. Second one was destroyed to get the item, and the third one is, well, here. I don't remember why we went for 3, to be honest, but yeah, whatever. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. What if, no, like JK, what if you would like to create a fly machine which automatically places end portals for you?
How about no?
Okay, I'm gonna do it by hand, sure.
Also, like I mentioned before, this setup also was used to get another illegal item. So if we fly up here, if my elytra can activate, if we come up here, is this where? Yeah, this is where we have the spawner. Yeah, like I said, I also slightly modified the setup to also be able to get falling spawners. So with end portal frame, we were the second server to get. Jesus, we were the second server to get end portal frame, but we were the first server to get falling spawners. So this is actually the first falling spawner ever obtained in survival.
Yay!
I'd like to point out that there's a sign.
Yeah,
I like
actually,
to point out there's a
100%
sign
vanilla.
saying "Fall, you stupid bitch." I wonder who wrote
Like
this.
Cycraft was carpet mod with slide cheats and so on. This is full vanilla here. So
What
yeah,
do you mean?
Actually, I'm pretty sure Cycraft actually uninstalled carpet mod when they did this. I'm pretty sure.
No, they uninstalled mods for Bedrock item. They did falling block with carpet.
Yeah.
We had carpet on
And
it.
fun fact, because they had carpet installed, they also had the carpet rule enabled to see async block updates. And back then, I'm not sure if it's fixed right now, but async packet fix would greatly increase your chance of crashing the server. So this kind of fucked them up.
I don't think we had that on. Like I don't think we had extra rules on. We just had usual carpet rules which we used in all the years before. I don't think we had the packet fix.
I'm pretty sure That's the carpet rule was enabled. Like XCOM could clearly see the Jor could clearly see all the async updates on the observer lines.
Like sometimes you also don't. But I don't know. I would have to ask Joe. Yeah.
Maybe he was just lucky and he was getting packets. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah.
Okay.
Also, someone already mentioned that that there is a sign, the original piece of shit. Yeah, the process was so fucking annoying. You may have actually noticed that there is another falling spawner setup up here. Like there is like a mossy and regular cobblestone setup up here, but we don't have any any falling blocks here. So what happened here? Well, basically, when I was doing testing on copy, I can't really fully explain why this happened, but somehow the terrain population was different on copy versus on SMP. Even though those were the same exact chunks, I have no clue. But the on copy, the stronghold generated in a slightly different way, and because of that, I got the well, on copy, I got the dungeon to generate in a different location than on the actual SMP. So originally I built this falling spawner setup up here, expecting the chunks to expecting the chunk to generate a dungeon, you know, all the way up here at Y level 200. Unfortunately, yeah, didn't work. So I had to make another setup down there where, you know, where we finally got the spawner.
Okay.
And this is one vast interconnected machine.
Yes.
Like I can see the whole thing in distant horizons right now.
This setup is very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't try
Jesus!
to load the
I
cluster chunks.
see. Right, because later we also made a completely different setup for the generic method where we got command blocks, and I actually connected the cluster chunk loading line to this setup because it was so close. Fun.
Okay.
Is anyone screen
Funny
sharing?
observer lines.
Man, I stopped playing before any of this happened. I missed out on all of this.
What is this?
Yeah.
And could you reuse the cluster chunks even for the second place?
Sorry?
I'm wondering, was it even possible to reuse the cluster chunks for the second place?
Yeah, because I specifically searched for a location where the beacon chunk has the same hash value as in the first setup, so the cluster chunks could be easily reused.
Cluster chunks is that massive grid that I started loading earlier, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
those are cluster chunks. Don't load those.
Don't
They
load
are
them.
laggy. You know, that's why you should not fly around, because I know it's not nice to see everything, but there's like 6,000 cluster chunks.
Yeah, but I'm
It's 6,000,
recording and I
dude,
would like
it's
to see
6,000
everything.
when they are like properly conditioned. Like when you just load the entire area, you get like
You're loading
15,000 chunks.
It's like 100 by 100 area or something like that.
Yeah, 100 by 100 chunks, so it's like 10,000. Yeah.
A little bit of, I don't think we're going to see this in the tour, but we did a setup in the Nether for some other things. I forget exactly what we saw in the Nether. I'll be honest, it was a little while ago.
We can go to it really quick.
Well,
if you want.
okay. If we're doing falling block, then maybe let's go chronologically. So I feel like we've already talked about everything in this setup.
Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah, so
focus on
maybe
other
now
stuff.
we should go to the generic method setup in the overworld, and then we go to the Nether, right?
I guess we can skip the one in the overworld. There's nothing else.
No. We have to go there. Come on, that's where we obtain command blocks.
Command block item in survival. We need to see that.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's going to take a lot of time, but sure, we can go really quick.
Yeah, we gotta see that setup.
If
Like, that
you
video
know
game
where
is
it is, because I don't know where this is.
we can follow the line of. Oh, I am literally. Wait, no, that's not here.
Get there and teleport all of us, we can.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's
want to
only
show
where
it.
the unload player was.
Oh,
But it must be close.
I don't think it was that close.
Oh,
honestly.
I can't generate chunks.
It was definitely close.
Don't touch
My
grass.
rendering's broken.
Who did load the cluster chunks?
Okay, I'm just gonna
What was it
spam
like,
save
Spike?
all again.
Yeah, it worked. I was just looking in the tab and I saw the MSP2 jump to 100. It's fine
Holy
now.
shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Yeah, it's fine now
Okay.
because I spammed save all to get
Yeah.
rid of the chunks.
Yeah, still loading something.
Okay, you know what?
I'm following JKM and I can't see the chunks.
I have to go to the Nether because I know where to go to the overworld setup from the Nether, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I was literally just about to go in there when you teleported me away.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Why are we in teleported to the desert?
Because I was
So
flying
that
here.
we don't load like the
Oh.
cluster chunks at least.
Yeah. Don't load cluster chunks. Wait, is it raided? Is it raided? Oh, it is raided.
There we go. So that's the unload. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll be there in like 10 seconds.
1, 2,
Okay.
Oh, I remember this
3.
portal. Oh my
Nice.
god. PTSD kicking in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spectate JKM's POV.
Okay, we can teleport everyone to me. I'm at the setup.
I thought you were gonna say something else when you said P.
All right, so we are currently at the second falling block setup, which was made specifically for the generic method.
And there's falling blocks everywhere.
Yes, that's the point of a falling block setup.
Yeah, but you're literally in a desert where there's falling
He
blocks
was
everywhere.
talking about the sand, dummy.
Don't touch grass. It's here. Don't touch grass.
Actually,
Okay.
JKM, since
Yeah.
the last time we were there, the Nether portal moved because we had to transport it to the end.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
Hyper
shit,
Link.
yeah.
Anyway.
So it's changed since we were here.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I explain this? So we also have a line to turn on cluster chunks. We have an autosave detector. However, this time the setup is a bit different. So we are not using population to get the illegal items. We are using block state palette corruption. So basically in 1.12, every block state is represented by 13 bits. So if you know what those bits are that represent the illegal blocks that you want to get, like for example command blocks, you can basically mix bits from different blocks in order to create your own blocks. So for example, right here below the glass platform, we have a couple of, well, we already made the command blocks, so we already have them in place. But for example, the recipe for a command block is anvil being dropped into water. That's a really nice setup. You can easily automate it. What's another one that's really cool? Structure void, for example.
Side
Once
down
again,
shulker box.
pretty. Can you let me continue? Structure void is also pretty simple. You basically just have to freeze water with frosted ice. That's pretty easy. You can easily clock it. However, there are some setups which nowadays have way better setups, but back then we didn't know about those better recipes. So for example here, for this stupid barrier, we had to replace a top part of a double tall grass with an upside down blue shulker box. That was the recipe for a barrier. And Jesus, how long did it take? Do you remember RPM to get just the barrier?
I feel like it was over half an hour.
Yeah, for a
maybe.
single block. It was terrible. Oh yeah, Myron, thank you for presentation. We did have a setup that at least generated the double tall grass, so we didn't have to bone meal the grass ourselves. I believe that setup that we used here specifically was made by Floppy Donkey. And like a couple months after I did Falling Block on Proto, I discovered that there is a way easier recipe for a barrier. You can literally just replace an iron trapdoor with air. It's like such an easy recipe. I have no idea how we missed it for so long. But yeah, Falling Block technology.
Air isn't actually a block, so.
Yeah, Falling Block technology has really.
Yes, it is.
Has really come a long way
Yeah.
since 2022. Sorry, 2023.
What do you mean, Cubic? Air is a block.
No, it's not. Errors are not a block.
Air
Air
has a
is
block state now. Air has a block
It's
state. I gave,
specifically
but
the
this is what
absence of a
physics
block.
is.
No, it's a block.
Oh, also,
It's coded as a block because otherwise Notch's game would crash.
Let's stop this discussion, please. Also, Myron, you will also recognize this part. We also have a setup for a falling nether portal.
Oh yeah, that's the best contraption of them all.
The nether portals are actually pretty interesting when it comes to getting them as falling blocks, because you don't really need block state corruption or population manipulation to get them. You can literally just light a nether portal, stop the nether portal generation by detecting one of the portals generating. Then using instant tile ticks you can... Wait, isn't it using instant tile ticks? Wait, how did we end up getting a sand here?
We do, I think, async nether portal lighting. Like we start lighting the nether portal on async thread and then put it into a lag spike.
Oh, yeah, async lighting. Right.
Like this is the clever setup. Like first the stupid setup with Thnx, which was mirroring the stronghold contraption. Then there was this super clever setup where you light the nether portal on the async thread and then do like race conditions with your redstone components. That's like
yeah. So that was a really really smart setup. Didn't take that long to get it, like a couple tries, maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, this one was real quick. As far as falling blocks go, in this unoptimized setup.
And nether portals are actually surprisingly useful in survival, because since you have a falling nether portal, you can take it through an end portal, which means you can actually get a nether portal in the end, which normally you wouldn't be able to get it. And if you have a nether portal in the end and you use that nether portal, you get teleported to your end coordinates divided by 8. Which means that if you also take a nether portal, then you end up in the original coordinates, but in the overworld. So using end gateways, you can quickly get to anywhere in the end, then use a nether portal to instantly also get to anywhere in the overworld. And I hope so, BNM, that we're going to see at least one of those hyperlink connections.
Yeah, we are gonna at the end. It is planned too.
Yeah,
After
it
we
is.
explain the better world border technique.
Of course.
We are still
So
missing
right
300
here-
borders.
So a couple
is
more
this
things about
giant
this
tower
setup.
of
Here
beacons?
you can actually see the giant tower of beacons. This is where the 4,500 beacons were transported from the first setup. So yeah, if you think that this is completely unnecessary, you're goddamn right. This is unreasonable amount of beacons. The same results could have been achieved with literally like 5 beacons. I'm not exaggerating.
Why do you have so many beacons?
Like maybe not even half a year after this setup, I managed to get an async observer line with like 18 beacons and 700 cluster chunks. For reference, here we use like how many? Like 1.2k cluster chunks and 4,500 beacons. So yeah, we definitely overcomplicated falling block in the early days.
Like at the beginning, we didn't want noobs to try it until we had simplified the setups. Like it would be horrible if all people tried it at the beginning. Like we first had to simplify it, and it was good to scare people away with 4,500 beacons.
I mean, to be fair, now we have an even better method of getting the async observer line in the first place. Like now we have the synchronized method, which is just so much better.
Just a way to keep people from getting it before us.
Gatekeeping from it being difficult, but it's also good to like we first wanted to develop the technology before making beginner-friendly tutorials, and nowadays we have beginner-friendly tutorials. But for the first few days, it was actually good to have like something to scare people away. I think, even though we did think it was necessary, like we didn't figure out until later that you only need the like first few layers, and then it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we're currently at the point where if you know what you're doing, then falling block is an early game exploit, which you can do in the first week of playing, unironically.
Yes. How I think on Quantum, I was doing falling blocks on Quantum, and that took like 2 weeks.
On
And then a week of
Patient, we did it
shitposting.
in 9 days, so yeah, it is an early game exploit.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest,
Okay.
most of the time just spent waiting for the setup to do shit.
Kinda.
RNG.
So maybe we can move
Yeah.
on.
Put another setup.
Yeah,
you
one
can
last thing.
Yeah,
So
sure.
before we get to the last falling block setup we have right now, I want to say exactly what we got here. So from the first setup we got just end portal frame and spawner. From here we got barrier, command block, structure, not structure, fuck, repeating command block and chain command block. We didn't unfortunately get to a structure block or structure void in the item form because I lost motivation. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Another fun little anecdote, which I think JKM basically left out of his video, is I blew this setup up while we were operating it.
Yeah, the only TNT I let you place. And
Yeah. What can happen with this setup is you're trying to do 2 race conditions at once, and what can happen is sometimes you get one of them and not the other. And so if you're trying to get a command block, for instance, what'll happen sometimes is you'll get a command block where this black concrete is, but you won't get the falling block, so you'll end up with just a command block there, which you need to destroy somehow. So the way this setup does it is it has a headless piston up here. So you can, activate that and it'll destroy the block. But you need to recreate the headless piston, and so you need TNT for that. And I misplaced one of the TNT, and ended up blowing it up.
Thank you, Myron, for giving us a presentation of what the setup looked like when BNM fucked up. RPM, Jesus. Not BNM.
I don't
BNM
fuck up
wasn't
setups.
there.
I don't fuck up setups.
All right. I think this is everything from this particular setup.
Yeah, you can TP to me now to relax, and you will see the nether setup.
Chat, can we get TP all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And don't call me chat.
Why wouldn't you want to be called Chad?
Because I have a name.
All right, Chad.
Nah.
I'm Chad.
Okay, Sluggy.
So, wait. Yeah, don't load cluster chunks. I
Oh,
hope we
but I
didn't crash.
I want to generate all the LEDs.
I think this setup. I think this setup is actually
No.
operational. I think we are actually able to operate this setup.
It's fine. Maybe.
I'm trying to load it.
Oh.
Something is happening in chat.
Okay.
Oh, a bunch of people got kicked.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Oh,
someone loaded
450 TPS. MSPT,
We are
sorry.
at 500 TPS, yeah. MSPTs.
Okay, it's fixed now. Oh, never
it's
mind.
not.
Whoa.
Someone is loading cluster chunks. Please don't load stay at the platform. This setup is actually operational. We can operate this setup.
Well,
This setup
should be, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
wait. BNM.
Yeah.
Did you disable the setup? Like, we still have ungenerated chunks.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
Maybe we don't.
Let me go and disable it.
Oh my god. Is it still active?
The setup should be fine.
Is everyone here?
Yeah, that's why I tell people
Yeah.
don't fly air.
Okay,
What
but
was the
Just say it
carpet
for
rule to
fun.
disable the server timeouts from observers in instant tile tick?
Carpet.
Did we actually? I don't know. Instant topics accidentally.
Tile tick limit.
Oh, tile tick. No, tile tick limit is for tile ticks executing in the same game tick.
Oh,
It's
is
not
that
the
not it?
instant tile tick foolproof thingy.
Not DTTS fix.
Anyway, RPM, I feel like you should explain this setup because this was your domain.
Yeah. So this is so JKM mentioned something about the synchronous method versus what we were doing with the big tower beacon before. And so that's what this setup is. The most interesting thing about it is that it is in the nether. And so I know Psycraft, JKM and Myron, you did Psycraft in the nether. I am lovingly going to claim that you cheated a little bit.
I know, I know.
A little bit. That's not a little bit.
Yeah, it was by accident. Like Cycraft already had the calm never fire rules on for several years before that point for lag optimization. And the thing is, if you build a cluster and you have the rule on for one moment, then you have gotten rid of all the laggy tile ticks forever. So like it wasn't deliberate cheating. It's like we built the cluster and then we noticed, oh, we cheated, and it would be really difficult to now reinsert the tile ticks to uncheat this. Yeah. So,
I feel like Myron kind of speedrun the explanation of what was the problem on Psycraft versus Proto.
Yep.
So RPM, maybe you wanna.
Yeah. And I wasn't trying to imply maliciousness there.
Yeah.
But so the main difference between Psycraft and this setup is that we have tile text on. Like Myron said, they used a setting to turn off tile text for fires in the nether for lag reasons. They've been using it for years. We are a lot more vanilla on Prototech, so we didn't have that. But what that means is that fires will be ticking constantly because there will be tile text will be going, and that actually interferes with async lines. When you have the async line running and the tile ticks from the fire running, they sort of are interacting in the same area of memory of the computer, and they can sort of trash each other and get in each other's way, and you end up crashing the game pretty quickly when you have an async line. So what we did here was a couple things. What part of it was my work in that I wrote a cluster finder. So JK mentioned we have the cluster chunks. We still need cluster chunks for this. So I wrote a cluster finder that only looks at chunks without fire in them. So they do exist in the nether. And so we made a cluster that only uses chunks without fire in them. And then the part that a lot of other people helped with, Rayvax and some other people as well, worked on clearing all the fire out of these chunks in this area. So that was a lot of work.
and many other areas like the mob switch line, the permaloader line, and the setup here.
Yeah. So we got rid of a lot of fire in the nether. But in the end, we were able to get all of the missing blocks that can be got with this setup. So Myron mentioned earlier back in the storage, we don't have ferns and we don't have like falling redstone dust and things like that. But this setup doesn't work for those because those end up with those will break if they are floating and receive block updates, and this setup does a lot of that. But we were able to get I think we got the different command blocks again, so we had them in the nether. We got structure blocks, we got structure void, we got all the silverfish, chorus rooms, stuff like that. There's another setup down here where we got the player head. This is a lot more simple, but it's all that's really needed.
Well, it's
here,
simpler and more complicated at the same time because, like,
yeah, Yeah, fair.
You have to tune the setup manually, which is really weird.
Yeah. So what's not here is I don't remember exactly how many armor stands we ended up with, but there are a ton of there. You need to have a ton of armor stands, and you are essentially attempting to swap item data between a damage shield and a skull. And if you're able to do that correctly, you can get a player. Oh, 300k. Let's go.
GG.
Yay! 300k race. We are the second
GG.
server ever to hit that, and the first to hit it in vanilla.
Yeah.
The oldest anarchy server in Minecraft.
Yeah. So Woosby, the main difference is fairly technical, and I think these chunks are still active, so we can't really go over there. But the main difference is in how we get the async line. Essentially, with the old method, we're trying to spam a bunch of async lines and hope one of them lasts long enough. More or less, it's more complicated than that. But that is kind of the deal, and that's why we thought we needed a lot of beacons. That's why we had the cluster chunks. This new setup is a lot simpler in that we're taking advantage of sort of a choke point in the code. So before, where we were just spamming things and trying to hope one of them lives long enough. Here we spam them in a particular way so that they sort of line up one after the other, right? So by doing that, it gives us a lot more time to let things run, and it ends up being a lot more consistent. That gets rid of the huge beacon tower. We don't need cluster chunks. We still have cluster chunks for the falling block part. So the falling block part is still is sped up fairly significantly by the extra bit of lag that the cluster chunks add. But we don't. But it reduces the amount that we need for the whole setup entirely, which is part of why it's useful in the Nether. Another thing that's important that is it makes the population more consistent because you're only populating on one thread. In the old version, you can end up with multiple threads interacting, and that doesn't work well in the Nether because the Nether's population and terrain generation work differently than the overworld. The reason that is a bit complicated, but suffice to say that it is a lot easier to do the synchronous method where it goes one at a time in the Nether than it is in the overworld. Sorry, that was a bit of a long explanation, but I think we're done here unless anyone has any other questions.
There is one more thing we got here, RPM.
Oh, that's right. I didn't forget about this. So we got how high did we get with this? Did we get
only 65? We only got one async line.
Yeah. So another thing that you can do with async lines is you can overstack items. You just essentially the process is you have a bunch of dispensers, and you
droppers.
activate them all. I'm sorry.
Droppers.
Droppers. Sorry. And you activate them all on different async lines and hope that they just try and place in the same slot.
The original plan was to actually get 5 async lines, so we could get a bit more overstacking, because you can actually get more than a single item of overstacked quantity. Like if you use one async line, then you can get to 1 overstack over the regular 64, so 65. So if you use 5 async lines, you can get all the way up to 69. However, we never really end up finishing that part. Theoretically, it should be super easy to get it working with this setup because like we don't really have to modify anything next to the dangerous area. But yeah, should be pretty easy to just modify it and get it running BNM.
What do you mean, BNM? Also, we
You
have
were
water in the
advocating
nether.
for getting the 69 stack. Come on.
we have water in the nether. Is it the second
Oh, yeah.
ever in survival? I think so.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Cyclops was first. We should be second.
This
No,
has the
honestly, we
we did
built
this a
this
fair bit
setup
after
pretty.
Minecraft. Yeah.
We built this setup pretty late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody else was doing a setup in the nether.
No, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this setup was built after we already obtained water in 1.21 on, a bunch of servers, not just WaveTech.
Like this is 2024, right? Or 2020? Or which year is this
I think
setup?
it was already 2024, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it should be.
But I don't remember.
few months before I joined.
But like, I think you were the first one to clear out fire because I think we would have noticed if somebody else was clearing out all the fire. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember the clearing fire. This was a real pain. Never ever. I will never ever do it again.
Like there
No
were
thanks.
multiple people getting water in the nether with carpet rules, with Come Never Fire. Like there are several servers who have done this, like in the years in between. But I don't think anybody else cleared out the fire, so you might be the first vanilla server which gets
Yeah,
like.
we are first, not just vanilla, but legit, without cheating.
Yeah, but like you
Because,
can't.
because Prototech is the only true vanilla server.
No, duct exists. Don't forget about the digging people.
But like you can't really be sure in 2020 because by that time there are so many servers who have done stuff. Like there is a server which got the last fern item and we didn't find out about that for half a year because they didn't really publish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I think that's it from this setup, right? That's...
Yeah, we already spent an hour on falling blocks. We can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
move
a lot
to
of other
our-
stuff on the server.
Yeah, let's move to RNG manipulation.
BNM.
Yes.
Finally,
Yeah.
I can shut
Wait.
up.
Sorry. Yeah.
JK, you can what the fuck log off now if you want.
What the fuck,
Logan? No, this is wrong. I did a stupid word.
Wait, I can go there. We have an hyperlink.
Yeah.
Oh, hyperlink.
I mean,
can we use hyperlink?
You guys
Let's
explain the
not
hyperlink
use.
yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
explain it at
best
the
tech
end when we
ever,
move to the
bro.
end. We don't actually want to use it with all those players because of the cooldown.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Also, what the fuck happened?
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I would like. It would be nice to use hyperlink, but since of the cooldown of the gateways, it's not really possible.
Okay. BNM, you got there?
Yeah, I got there, and someone loaded cluster chunks.
And the pearl art I built is still there. That's nice.
Yeah, cluster chunks loaded. Love to see that.
I spammed
I got-
save all a couple times.
Do we still use? Do you guys still use the old Endman farm, or do you use something else now?
Yeah, that's the Enderman farm.
Oh, timed out.
Yep.
I timed out.
Same.
Yeah, I think I crashed as well.
Yeah, the server crashed, I guess.
Out of memory error, GC overhead limit exceeded.
I'm surprised it
no.
lasted
Oh,
this long.
Same.
We're ooming.
I was gonna say it was gonna crash after 5 minutes, but I was wrong.
I'm somehow still in.
Well, I pressed restart on the server and it's not restarting, so I guess we kill it.
That's good.
So we move on to the actual SMP. Nah.
Nah, tore over.
No, we don't.
And we've
Yeah,
seen the
kill
falling
it.
That's
block,
it,
and
that's
that's
all
it.
we
That's
have.
the whole server. That's the whole
Wait,
server.
was this Ghost Dimension? What was going on here?
Hey, Bunster.
Hey,
Okay.
what was going on here?
This is our server tour for Prototech.
Okay.
Hey, we're back online.
Yeah, please don't load cluster chunks.
Hear me out. Get a good server instead of blaming others.
Okay.
There's no server
Maybe
that could keep up with the class.
start to TP. Yeah.
I'm
Someone
kidding.
already
I'm kidding.
loaded.
I'm doing the funny Earth.
Okay. I think we are good. Some
Yeah,
more.
yeah, we should be fine. I'm gonna wait until all the players join.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teleport to TP again. Yeah, we should be
Would it be
fine.
possible to load the actual RNG grid, or is it too big?
It is
It's
quite
fine.
big. Yeah, it is quite big.
It'll be maybe a big, but you could like. It's safe to load at least. It's not quite the cluster
Yeah,
chunks.
yeah. It's not like cluster chunks. You can load it, but I don't. It's a lot of chunks. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I would like to cache it for the LEDs so I can see it.
You can
Yeah,
try. I
you
mean,
can
it's
try.
doable to fly around the whole thing, but
Well, I
maybe while
can't load
while
in
we're yapping
Spectator.
about it, maybe there'll be enough time.
Yeah.
You start now.
So, Aref, I guess we can just talk about it.
Okay, yeah. RNG manipulation. So basically in 1.12, sorry. So in 1.12, whenever you load a chunk, the game resets the RNG to a specific seed. So that music is distracting. How do I turn it off? Options, music and sounds, block.
Yeah,
Oh, no blocks. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So the seed that it sets it to it depends on which 80 by 80 region of chunks you are in. So each 80 by 80 region of chunks has its seed that it sets it to, and what we're standing in here is the RNG. So we found this region of chunks, which no matter the ore type, always gives you the maximum amount of ore of drops with fortune. And basically all you have to do is load a chunk every single game tick in the region, and you have the seed every single time. So I should go into creative so you can see me. And should we go over to the grid?
Yeah.
This is the on switch, obviously.
It's the on-off switch. I don't think we have to demonstrate.
No,
it.
don't turn it on.
No,
it's
we
not going to
don't.
work anyway because Cube is flying around. So
I'm not actually able to load chunks, so I wasn't actually able to do any of that.
Yep. Okay. Now you can. Yeah. So this was built basically almost the moment we found out about it. So there's better setups now. Like for example, I think the RNG on SciCraft uses chests to load chunks rather than whatever the hell we're doing here.
Yeah, those. No, they use chats for those.
Yes. But
also,
we basically designed a grid in creative, and then we just straight up built that grid on survival without doing any kind of optimization. So these two zigzags here, it loads each line loads one chunk every 2 game ticks, and then obviously they're 1 game tick offset from each other. So they zigzag through all the chunks and load 1 chunk every game tick. You can see there's a gap every 4 chunks just so that they're not entity processing. And at the end here, they're split into 4 lines. I don't quite remember the reason for that. I think it's probably because, it's because once the chunks start unloading again, these like instant repeaters are like they could unload while they're being still resetting. So we alternate between 4 of them because I think they took 4 game ticks to reset or something like that. I don't remember the exact stuff behind it anymore. There's a chest here. Wow. Okay. Anyway, and I kind of glossed over it, but in 112, chunks don't unload. Well, they can player unload, but other than that, they don't unload except after they get scheduled to unload every 900 game ticks. So there's 900 game ticks worth of chunks to be loaded on these zigzags, and once they are scheduled to be unloaded, only 100 chunks unload every tick. So it takes 9 ticks to unload all 900 chunks. And so what you have here is these 4 little, I like to call them whiskers on the outside here. So there's one here, and there's one here, and there's one on the other. There's a couple on the other side, and so you alternate basically between 2 pairs of whiskers each autosave cycle. So one whisker will load on one autosave cycle, and then on the next autosave cycle you use the other whisker while the first whisker is being unloaded. And I think I've covered everything. We had some hopper. Oh, we still have hopper clocks in here. I thought we had to replace them with dropper clocks because they were duping items.
Yes, they are duping items, and every time you use it, fix it because.
Oh my god! Yeah, so this keeps breaking because we have hopper clocks there and they dupe items and it breaks the timings. I thought we had already replaced them with dropper clocks, but I guess not.
I thought hoppers only duped items across chunk borders.
No, in 112.0 they dupe items anywhere. I think in 112.2 it was fixed to be only chunk borders.
Yeah, Prototech SMP is not running on 1.12.2 like our copy and creative. We are running on 1.12.0 because we want some extra exploits like pedal warp and overstocking items.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that even made it past QC in 12 flat. Like that, no one tested that. Just putting 2 facing each other and then just like let them sit there for a while.
Like it doesn't happen all the time. It's I think a race condition in the anvil chunk loader or something. Like you need to wait quite some time until it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I never really fully understood why it happened. It's some bug in the chunk loading or the chunk saving code, I think. So anyway, I think I've covered everything here, unless I missed something.
Yeah. And what's new from the last tours actually is the decoration. There was no decoration before, and
Yeah, let's go back to the area you actually stand to see the decoration. In case
We
you're
made
wondering if the
some
iron block for the decoration.
Because before it was just a wood platform sitting, so it was not really
Also,
good.
kinda a bad thing about this setup. We actually, if you want to use it in survival, you have to be on the dark oak platform. Otherwise, it will not work.
Yeah,
but
you have to stay in the
for
chunk.
example, on a Psycraft, they were loading it from spawn chunks, so they were able to just turn it on. It was.
Yeah, this is just as kind of a
working
lazy
all the
setup. The player standing in this chunk will load the. I forgot to mention actually, there's an autosave detector on there so that it starts. It starts the autosave cycle. So when you turn on the machine, there's an autosave detector. It's quite a big one here because it's got to detect the exact tick that the autosave happened on, and then it starts a clock that runs every 900 game ticks, right? So then you don't continue relying on the autosave. But this control mechanism needs to be continuously loaded, and that's done by the player over there.
Yeah, we didn't do.
No, that-
We did more RNG setups. We have also mob farm RNG, but we are not gonna show that because we want to show other stuff on the server, and we spent a lot of time on falling blocks.
How many random processes could you control with one of these grids?
We made a big list of them when we first came up. There's, I don't remember everything on it, obviously, but like there's RNG, there's mob spawning, there's silly things like unbreaking from a flint and steel inside a dispenser. There's are we going to the lightning farm?
We are gonna visit it.
Yeah, the
Could
lightning
you just
farm
make
is kind
could
of
you
the
just
more
make
spectacular.
unbreakable tools?
Unbreakable tools are player RNG, so you can do that with a client-side mod. And you've been able to do that up until, I think it was fixed in 1.19 or something. I don't remember exactly.
They had mending before mending.
Yeah, also, but we don't really need that because we are using overstacked tools with, and they have like a billion durability, so we don't really care about durability.
Could you RNG manipulate the random momentum that an item gets coming out of a dropper?
Yes. So that is one thing. So back in the early days, I made some wireless redstone with it. So the wireless. So like basically the transmitter and the receiver, like agreed on a particular value to set the RNG to, and then like the transmitter will load a chunk, and then the receiver like has like 48 droppers or something, like just spitting out items one after another. And if those 48 droppers spit out items exactly in the way that it is expected, it's overwhelmingly likely to be because the chunk was loaded.
Oh right, because you can set the seed and then it iterates on the seed in a predictable way as well.
Yeah.
Correct.
So not only do you get like the initial seed that you set it to that's deterministic, you also get like every seed that happens afterwards.
Yeah, although it tends to get scrambled up very quickly. That's why we do it on every tick, because during the mob spawning, if you don't have mob switches on, then there is a for each pack spawn there is a random amount of random calls, which just to randomception, and the random amount of random calls it isn't normally a problem because that random amount is a value that you also control. But here it is because that random amount is chosen by a different RNG, and then so it starts to get scrambled.
Wait, so is it possible that when you set the RNG using the chunk loading grid, that RNG could be used by a process in the same tick which scrambles it?
So I glossed over this too. There's a few different designs of chunk loading grid, and here we want to load chunks as late in the tick as possible. That's why we're using hoppers and not just simply making a repeater line, and that's because the player actions in this version are the very first thing that happens in the next tick. So you want to make sure there's a minimum amount of things happening possible that interfere with it. And there's like for the lightning farm, for example, we have a slightly different design. I think we use observers, and that's because the tile tick phase happens right before when the lightning happens.
Oh right, you've also got the freaking lightning machine. Do you have one of those in Proto?
Yeah, we've got. I think we have one, and I think we started building a second.
Yeah, but like we are going to explain it after why. But no, I guess
Now
I don't know.
we did take a break from async shit, so we can move back to async shit. Can you teleport to the RNG? Sorry, to the
Teleport to
quintuple
me?
chest. Yeah, quintuple chest.
Yeah.
So JKM can yap again.
Yeah,
quintuple spawner.
this is the quintuple chest. So if you click in the middle chest of the 5, you can see like the UI is very broken. And yeah, JKM can explain how he got this.
Yeah. So in 112, when a chunk populates, it can actually place stuff outside of itself. Yeah, right. I forgot basically. So basically, in 112, when chunks populate, they can place shit outside of themselves. So if we know where the chunk is going to generate a dungeon, well, we can prepare the area for the dungeon to be eligible to populate, and we are gonna get a dungeon. And every single time a dungeon generates, it can generate like up to 2 chests. However, fun fact about dungeon generation: it will delete every single block inside of the area of the dungeon itself, except specifically for chests. The game specifically has an exception for chests. So if we know where the dungeon is going to generate, we can actually pre-place like 2 chests, or 1 in this case. I don't actually remember how I got the setup exactly, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We can pre-place some chests, and we can get the dungeon generation to place a couple more chests. That way, we can get all the way to a triple or a quadruple chest. However, for reasons I will not get into, in order to get a quintuple chest, you have to generate the same dungeon once again to force the last chest to generate. It's important because like a single dungeon generation can generate only 2 chests, so you would have to pre-place 3 of them. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna get into it. It's impossible to pre-place 3 chests so you can get a quintuple in a single generation. So what I did is I came here, save stated a chunk, basically built the setup, left the area. When I came back, the chunk regenerated. It placed a dungeon here. I save stated the chunk again, reloaded the chunk again, and it placed another chest, giving us a quintuple.
Yeah, I just made a simple thing out of concrete where you can easily explain how the population works, because the population is not synced with the chunk borders, but it is offset by 8.
Okay, so imagine this dark green area here. Someone just opened a white monster.
No, sorry, I opened a seltzer.
Okay.
Apologies.
So imagine this dark green area is a chunk that's about to generate and populate. So you would expect that this chunk would only affect itself. However, it will only start populating, first of all, if the neighboring 3 chunks in the positive directions are also loaded. And it will actually base the population in this offset 16 by 16 area. And yeah, it's offset
Somebody
by
broke
8
the
blocks
chest.
from the actual chunk. So like, this would be the chunk, those 4 blocks here would be the chunk, but it's offset by half of a chunk. So for example, when this chunk populates, it could place a dungeon like all the way out here where the command block is. And that's basically what happened here. So I save stated the chunk, dungeon generated like here, and I basically did it twice to get all the way to quintuple chest, which someone already destroyed. Cool.
Yeah, somebody broke it while I was freaking looking at it.
Well, let
Yeah,
me fix it.
that's why we don't do it on SMP, right?
Yeah.
Can you-
Oh, Myron is doing something. Oh, Myron is making an outline of the chunk that was
the
being
chunk which actually
regenerated.
populates the dungeon. Like this is the chunk which is actually responsible for the dungeon, I think, right? Like
Yeah,
if you check-
exactly. So this
That's it.
dungeon, this chunk was generating, and it decided to place a dungeon all the way out here. And that is actually convenient because, you know, when you save state a chunk, it basically gets completely reset. However, in order to accumulate the chest, we need the chunk in which the chests belong to. We need that chunk to be different than the chunk that's regenerating the dungeon. So, yeah.
Wait, so this chunk generated the dungeon, but the dungeon is like generated outside the chunk? How the hell does
Exactly.
that happen?
Because that's how terrain population works in 112.
Yeah.
It is
The
offset
chunk's
by
just like,
8
I'm going to
blocks
generate a
towards positive,
dungeon,
positive.
not even in the chunk.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
like, yeah,
The
I mean,
generate-
it's how population works in most, if not all, versions, I think.
Yeah, like the dungeon is in the center of a 2x2 grid of chunks, which is 8 offset from the chunk itself. So like we have this one chunk which is like the main chunk responsible for the population, but really the whole 2x2 grid of chunks next to it is responsible for the population, and the dungeon is in the middle of a 2x2 grid. That's what matters.
Yep. So this is my Another one of my contributions to storage tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, when we update, this thing will break because, well, now you
It
can
will
place
just turn into
chests.
five chests. Yeah.
4 chests and a double chest.
Mhm.
Sadly, we can't. But who broke it again? Stupid stuff breaking chest.
It is actually
Yeah.
surprisingly easy to
Right.
get a quintuple chest. I'm surprised that nobody has ever discovered it before.
Oh. I guess.
Who the fuck is?
I love how the UI is like trying its hardest to like function.
Actually, the
Yeah.
UI actually works. Like the UI is fucked, but actually it's 5 chests.
Yeah, it does work like
It does work like a chest.
5
Wait,
chests.
what happens if you try to recompare output front end, like a triple chest or quad chest?
That's actually interesting. I never tried it actually.
Same.
Yeah, I'm trying it right now.
It should be the number. Like I think how the game calculates the inventory is the number of items you have minus 1 divided by 14, and then you get what a number of items for 1 signal strength. So it should work even.
Wait,
So
so a
like for a-
quintuple chest would actually calculate the signal strength based on all the slots.
Yeah, it's based on slots. That's why if you input the last item, you get signal strength of 15. So
I feel like this should be the solution to storage tech, just quintuple chests.
it's hard to tile. I would only go for triples. I would only go
And
for triples.
also, it wouldn't migrate to new versions, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you cannot get a triple or a quadruple trapped chest, so you cannot really do a storage with that.
Is that a challenge?
But
Wait,
if I'm
wait,
not
what happens
mistaken,
if
you can just
what?
land. You can just land falling blocks to make it.
Yeah, I think you can just land falling blocks. No, yeah.
No, you can't. I
You
tried
cannot?
it. It's so weird. So in 112, if you try to place a third chest next to a double chest, what happens? Nothing happens, right? The game doesn't allow you to place the chest. So what happens when you land a falling chest is that the game also does a check for whether or not the chest is allowed to be placed. And if it would form a triple or something else, then the chest would actually break upon landing.
Huh.
So I guess save states are the only solution.
Okay, someone is loading.
Pretty much,
something.
because like when the
Someone's
game does
loading
terrain
stuff 'cause they
generation,
got into. I don't know how everyone got into creative, and then someone spawned. Like someone did something. I don't know.
Someone placed an end portal, and I fell in. So
Guys, can you
that's
stop
probably what that is.
shitposting, please?
But like, how did people get back into creative?
So restart.
I thought we disabled that command.
When the server restarted, I'm pretty sure it re-enabled the command.
Okay.
I think you can just do /game mode.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, everybody should have op.
No,
2.
no.
No?
Server
You
can
disable
crash.
that?
No.
No.
Timed out.
Just
Not
no.
letting me in, so.
Yeah. Please stop shitposting.
We don't want to have to ban anyone from the tour.
Yeah.
We've got a whole area somewhere dedicated for shit posting. We should go there next, by the
Yes.
way.
No. We are gonna see more end portals somewhere else.
No, before we are going to see another project. Which is actually right next to the quintuple chest, but
What? Wait. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. Just
yeah.
Yeah, please stop placing bedrock. Whoever I will see placing bedrock, I will just kick them. Stop placing bedrock. Stop shitposting.
Why else would you obtain bedrock? if not
a
to
tour
place
For
server,
Wither
though. It's just gonna
cages.
get wound
For
back
Wither cages,
into-
because then you don't have to do TNT.
Lame.
that involves placing it.
Yes, but that doesn't involves placing it for shitposting. It actually has a purpose for a mob switch.
Or for an XP farm with spawners.
Okay, so the next thing
Yeah.
we can
Go back to RNG
TP.
manipulation.
We can TP. Wait, because no, don't TP now. Wait a bit. Now we can TP
Okay. I'm gonna teleport
to
everyone.
me or to BNM. Oh yeah, okay. And
Please don't touch the skeleton horses.
this is the lightning farm, the old lightning farm.
The only lightning farm.
My
The
God,
only
why are there
working.
so
The
many
only one
skeletons?
that works, yes.
Yeah, just for context, we started building a second one. Are we gonna go there, or do I just explain it now?
We can teleport there, but it's not really necessary. It's just a bunch of
It's
lava.
not. Yeah, so yeah, we started building a second one, and we're doing it because we wanted like overstacked. What's it called? Like duplicate enchants on
Like yeah, like
on the armor, and then the item shadowing thing was found, and then there was no point. So
Yeah,
like,
Shadow Enchanting was discovered, and it made the setup essentially useless. Like, it can still be a nice bone farm, and obviously skeleton horses are a cool mob. But apart from that, you don't really need it, and we just want to spend time on something else. Then
yeah. So okay, before I get started on this, there is one thing I forgot to mention about the RNG.
Yeah.
The RNG again, it used hoppers to load chunks, and that is the same style of chunk loading grid that you use for mob farms. And because of that, you actually have to be a bit careful using the RNG and make sure the mob switches are on, because otherwise you will create an accidental RNG mob farm. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in because it's interesting. But back to this. This is a lightning farm, obviously. The lightning, when it's turned on, which we're probably not going to do,
no, we're not.
will strike in this chunk every other game tick. I think we made it.
Yeah.
I'll explain why in a minute. And when it strikes, it will spawn a skeleton horse. Okay, so it's like super unlikely thing happening every single game tick. So during a thunderstorm, the chance for a single chunk to have a lightning strike is 1 in 100,000, and then the chance for that to be a skeleton horse is, I think it was 5% off the top of my head. I think it depends on the local difficulty actually, but it's like max 5%, something around that region.
Yeah. Actually, on this setup, we have a map of the entire area. So if you fly to the piston thingy with the walls on top, the thing is already at build limit. There is a map next to it where you can see all the chunk grids on the map, so that you can actually catch the size of that shit.
Yeah,
You
so
turn it on. I want to see it.
and we're not turning it on, because
Aw.
people will be flying around and they will load chunks and they will break it.
Yeah,
But we're
like
in spectator.
RNG runs
Doesn't
at
matter.
40 RNG runs at 40 MSPT with a single player.
Like, I guess not load chunks, but like you're gonna have to get everyone to relog and coordinate that.
No, but like, I'm not
because
even sure it works anymore. So
I think I got it to work once.
maybe,
So yeah, when you turn it on, it first thing it does is it sends a signal into the Nether through a Nether portal somewhere. I think there's another portal. Where's the Nether portal?
On the top, where the
Oh, here it is. Yes. Yeah, it sends a signal into the Nether via these mine carts, and then on the nether side, which we'll look at presumably in a minute, there's a timing mechanism, and it distributes out signals to some faraway chunks to load them right when you get out of the bed, which is somewhere. There's a bed in here, so you sleep, and then 100 game ticks later you wake up, and right before then the game will load a chunk, so that when the weather is re-rolled, we manipulate that, right? So it will take 10 minutes from when you wake up until you go to bed, and there will be a thunderstorm starting. Okay, so we manipulate the thunder to make the thunder happen, I think, around half of the time.
Yeah.
And
50% of the time, it should be sunny, thunderstorm, sunny, thunderstorm.
yeah, you can't RNG manipulate thunder to happen all the time, so this is about as best as you can do. And then the RNG grid, obviously. You can see here that I couldn't be bothered to design for a 900 game tick clock. So this is like right when I first joined the server. I built this clock here. This is a 900 game tick clock made out of repeaters. Hey, at least it doesn't dupe items. Super optimal, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do items. It's optimal. Actually, a fun fact, Dan Raceworks was doing a mob farm and he just copied the clock.
What
He was
the
not even
fuck? I didn't
bothered.
know that.
Yeah, on the actual mob farm RNG, he is using the same clock.
Okay.
So optimal.
Yeah, you can see we've got a similar order save detector design here. It's all done with Rails because it's less laggy than Dust. Yeah, and because if you remember, I told you a minute ago that it's 1 in every 100,000 for lightning, and then like an extra like 5% on top of that. That's super unlikely. With resetting RNG, unlikeliness translates to distance from spawn. Right, the more unlikely it is, the further from spawn you are likely to have to go to find a chunk that gets you what you want. But what you can do is you can find an area which resets the RNG to like maybe 10,000 calls before what you want, and then fill a bunch of chunks with lava. Because what lava does is when it random ticks, it does some random, that's like 40 something random calls, right? So every single one of these sub chunks here is entirely filled with lava. And so no matter whether random ticks happen, there's going to be a whole bunch of random calls. And I think altogether this lava does, I think it's in the tens of thousands of random calls, right? So when the random ticking and the weather processing gets to this chunk, it will spawn a lightning. Yeah. There is a problem with this farm, which we didn't realize until we had basically built it, which is that when the game spawns lightning, it searches for nearby entities to strike. And if it finds any nearby entities, it picks a random one of them, even if there's only one of them. Okay, and that random call is like an extra random call which we hadn't accounted for. And when it spawns a skeleton horse, that's an entity that can attract lightning. And there's no way to get rid of the skeleton horse fast enough to avoid lightning being attracted. So once lightning gets attracted to the skeleton horse, it's like another random call, and then suddenly the lightning will strike, but there won't be another skeleton horse. And so that is it's not a design flaw of the whole thing, but it means that this whole thing is built in the wrong location. And there wasn't, I did look, there wasn't any way to change like the amount of lava or any way to fix this without completely rebuilding the whole farm in a different location. Which
Like, when you say different location, like do you have to move it like over like a chunk or like 1,000
oh
chunks?
no, completely different area in the entire world.
Right.
Yeah. It's super far away. We actually have the RNG lava for that.
We
already
started
built.
building it, but what we did instead is like once we found out this flaw, we figured that there's no point in spawning the lightning every single tick anymore because it's just not going to improve the rates, really, because you're just striking the same horses over and over again. So we halved the rates and just kind of bit the bullet, really. This farm, how many skeleton horses per hour is it?
The old one should be like a horse every 2 to 3 game takes. It's not really consistent.
Yeah, it's not great, but
yeah, this old one is shitty.
yeah.
But
but on the new one, what the plan was is to make it so that you have like some armor stands in here, so that lightning, there is always an entity to attract to, which at least makes it a consistent amount of random calls. And so no matter whether there's a horse or not, it will spawn a new horse.
Yeah, the farm is not really done. There were many prototypes done on creators, but they're not really optimal.
I think I've covered everything. We can go into the nether and look at the timings for the. This is the timings for, yeah, over here. These are some binary clocks to time for the weather. And so it's basically, this is controlling the weather cycle. I'm not going to get into the details so much, but obviously these count up in binary. This was all built by 0x, not the 0x that I think is in the community today, but there was an older 0x who has left the community who built this. And yeah, you can sort of see that there are some instant lines going out in various directions, and they're going to you have, yeah, your 0x is like a newer 0x. There is an
No,
older 0x. I'm gonna
it's
type out the name.
yeah, it's an older 0x. You have the 2.0.
There's a
Mhm.
0x
The
Sweetie
name
Belle.
is literally 0x, isn't it? It's like the word 0 instead of just the number, right?
If anybody says 0x one more time, it's just like not making sense anymore. It doesn't sound like a real word.
0x.
Well,
0x.
there are two 0x. There is one 0x which was on Prototech, which did this and is the old one, and there is a newer 0x which is on Wave. There you go.
Yep.
Where did the
Has anyone ever
original
gotten
0x go?
error 0x800F081F on Windows?
Okay, but that's not related to the talk. So,
Probably, yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, instant lines go out, loading chunks for the. So they shoot something back into the overworld to load some chunks, and then they load chunks to manipulate the weather RNG. And that's about all there is to show with for this farm, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually, don't like it is fully operational, the farm. Maybe there's like few blocks broken, but it is operational. It was not like broken, but it's just slow and bad at this point. So I don't think we have to visit the RNG setup for the newer one, and we can move to the next location.
Yeah.
And oh, we are getting to that location, Mr. Hero X.
I am here. Hi.
Okay, so
Are you actually on the server?
Yeah, I'm here. You can teleport everyone. Just make sure you have ender portals disabled if you can. If you can't, I pray for you.
No, if you are a new version, it's fine.
Oh, okay, bet. I don't know the location. Actually, no, I do. It's in the server somewhere. Hold on. But if you guys,
yeah, no
I'm
joke.
gonna
It's on the server.
I'm gonna teleport everyone.
Okay, bet.
Into the middle of this.
Yeah.
Because obviously I have a respawn point there.
I forgot what
And
server's farm we wanted to do initially. But I was like, well, that's not creative enough. So let's just spam end portals everywhere. And if
Yeah.
you guys look underneath the decoration, you'll understand what's going on pretty quickly.
Yeah, this farm is currently being made by mostly me and Remax. I
Are we
did spend
looking
like
at something?
fuck. What
Oh.
happened?
Uh,
What happened?
oh, also, if we can set it to time set night, it looks really cool from above.
Yeah. Don't time set because that would reset
Yeah.
the day counter.
It'll
Okay,
reset day
okay.
counter.
We'll do some commands to get it to nighttime or something.
Did the server
Time
crash?
add.
Add like 500 ticks.
I think the
to get
server
to
crashed.
full
Yeah.
time.
Why?
Uh,
Good little what?
is mob spawning on?
No, it doesn't matter. It is turned off, but it doesn't matter because trapdoors.
Oh, right. You said that. Okay.
Okay, server back.
Okay, it is back. If someone can do the nighttime.
Yeah, I had to kill the
TP time.
server again.
I'm currently just seeing a blank screen. This is not the computer to be doing this tour on, but I'll try.
I'm actually at the slime farm. We are at 60 MSPT for
I'm not at the slime farm.
I'm gonna teleport everyone. Yeah, let's have a crash then. It rolled to the all
Did it crash again? I'm gonna
No.
disconnect, rejoin, because
We should all be at slime farm. No.
No.
We're not. At least I'm not.
Okay.
What's the
Everyone is.
Oh wait, yeah, we are on carpet. That's a bit of a problem because on carpet, if you hold a lot of end portals, the game doesn't like it. It's a carpet mode skill issue. Actually,
is there a way to
you know,
disable that?
You know, after
Server crash again.
wait, after you reload it, don't join. I'm gonna load it from the side, just to make sure everything is loaded before we teleport. It's actually not. It's not a problem to have it loaded, but the loading and unloading causes problem on a carpet because carpet is shit.
Yeah.
It's fine on vanilla. On vanilla, you can just go to the location. You will get a super small lag spike, and it's fine. But carpet is shitty, and I didn't expect it would straight up just crash. I expected a lag spike, but not a crash. There are a lot of problems with old carpet.
Are you good for joining, or?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're logging in.
I bet.
You can join, but please don't teleport to me. I'm gonna actually go there from a side so that I don't load all the end portals at once, and I hope I will not crash the server again.
There's how many end portals are there? Is there an estimate on that?
Yes, exactly.
How many?
It's yes.
Okay, yeah. There's quite a bit of
Okay.
end portals.
Actually,
As
the
you can
server-
imagine.
The server is sticking, and I'm loading more and more end portals from the side. It like spiked a bit.
Isn't there an end portal perimeter somewhere?
I'm
I
not
don't
that
know.
crazy. I'm not that crazy.
Not on here, no. Tell me when you're able to teleport.
Some 12 server has one. I know it.
Probably.
I'm slowly loading the farm.
I bet.
I'm slowly moving over chunk borders.
Like as you guys can imagine, by a lot of end portals in Slime Farm, it's basically just all the slime chunks have end portals in them. It's really not that complicated.
Maybe you should wait until we're actually looking at the farm before explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, give me a second. I need to just load it slowly because the carpet is stupid.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just imagine it. Nah.
More
Okay.
vanilla than vanilla, by the way.
So
I bet.
it's the farm that cannot be looked at. We just have to imagine that it exists.
It's pretty much.
I think that might be what's happening. I think we crashed again.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of those on Prototech. We just haven't told you about them yet.
Yeah, they exist just in your imagination, not on the server.
Wait, did the server is the server frozen again?
I think so, yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
fuck.
man.
Oh no! And now you're gonna have to log in again in the middle of all of the
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I guess a screen share on a Discord also works.
That could also be the
Negative,
case. We can do
negative
that.
index in crash report handler.
I can't record a screen share.
That's fair.
Do you use OBS? You can make a new scene.
Pain in my ass.
I
I made a new scene yesterday, and I felt
Bro,
exactly like
I
that.
would like to show you the farm, but 1.12 is being 1.12. Come on, please, server, you can do it. It's just a slime farm.
Yeah,
Come on.
I keep having to kill the server.
Probably send everyone to the nether side and then enter through that nether portal and have everyone load it that way.
But
Maybe.
I'm already in the middle of the parent. I'm loading it. The issue is that
Oh.
players.
Oh no.
No, Jay can teleport. I guess just I'm gonna teleport people one by one or what? I don't know, because it crashes when I
Just
teleport
put-
all the people at once.
Put
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
into spectator.
Everybody is in spectator.
Even then, it's still crashing.
How? But
Yeah.
we're not generating chunks.
No, because it's carpet thing. It's a carpet skill issue.
Remove carpet.
Yeah, it's a problem with carpet on 1.12. Like 1.12 carpet is so old. It's full of bugs, especially with end portals. I work with end portals all the time, and I hate carpet every single day.
This deco is like so nice. Who designed it?
Yeah, so the parade was designed mainly by Binary, and I did the flooring. A lot of people told me to not place blocks on the floor for the deco because it's going to slow the rates down, but just don't use solid blocks and you're fine. So all the torches light up the floor in a certain pattern at night. If someone can do a night command, it looks incredibly cool.
We need to turn off the night vision.
Oh
That's
shit!
also
It does
true,
look
turn that off.
amazing. Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't increase the height map. It is really
No,
nice.
it's actually like one of the only it's there's a lot of other things you could do with this type of like building and light effects, but I think this is like one of the coolest decos that I've it was mostly Binary on the walls, but it just looks freaking epic. It's my
Yeah.
screensaver.
Yeah, you are all in spectator, so you can teleport to me in spectator. I don't want to
Yeah,
teleport
true.
everybody because it's just gonna crash again. But if people
Yeah.
if they are not just gonna teleport all in one game tick, it should be fine.
All right. So, and if you guys look underneath, yeah, there's the end portals we were talking about.
Wait, do we have is the bot working?
Oh, this is
To
all
like run the
voided.
farm?
Yes, this is a void perimeter, yeah.
Yeah, it is a void perimeter. Yeah, that's also why I wanted to build the floor above everything, is because it just looks way better than having like a continuous floor looked way better than just putting giant random squares in the middle of it. So that's kind of why we wanted to build a perimeter above, or the deco above the actual farm. And then so the idea is that we have multiple different end farms and that have multiple different mobs, and on the end side we'd have a kill chamber designed for each one, but we substitute out the kill chamber whenever we switch to a different farm type. And then we can also use well, we haven't gotten there yet. I'll wait to say that part until we get there. But yeah, this is so far just a shit ton of end portals. Don't ask about storage. We'll get to the storage part. That's quite a task, if you will.
Yes,
This is
Wait, I don't remember if you actually said what the rates are. So
Oh,
could you
yeah.
clarify?
2 million.
So this
2 million per hour.
to 1.8 million essentially per hour. And yeah, I don't think it can get much faster, but
Yeah, it is
Are
not
those
the world
rates
record.
before or after TNT looting?
This is after TNT
after.
looting.
Because in 1.12 you don't get as many items from slime. Like the farms are not as fast in the new version. New versions are.
Yeah, I guess. I
The
also didn't
record in new
mention-
version is 3.5 million, I think.
This is falling block abuse. This is the accumulation of everything we've showed beforehand actually put to use in a farm.
Yeah, so previously there was
yeah.
end of light, and now this is end of brain.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
I mean,
And
there
so
is,
this can only work.
there is an
Go.
even another concept which doesn't exist.
The only
So-
issue with this farm is that building it is the most annoying thing possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, the best part is I also designed a guardian farm with shit ton of end portals, which is actually the world record. And after I'm done with this, I just move on another end portal frame farm. So I'm just stuck here
Yeah.
forever, I guess.
BNM is
I guess it was
crazy.
briefly
Like,
mentioned.
90% of 90% of my playtime is spent here.
But you should make an Enderman farm in the end with nether portals. That would be the most annoying one.
I think we should
Yeah.
build that.
Actually, Endermans are pretty funny because I tried to use a boat spam with Enderman, and I got 3 million Enderman per hour spawns.
Yeah,
I
But
think
the
slime
issue is-
chunks, I don't know how many
there's
slime chunks there are.
50 something, I think. Yeah, it's more than 50.
It's quite a bit. So if we can go to the end side, that'd be good.
Yeah, the inside is not built yet. There's nothing
Oh,
on
it's
the
not built yet? Okay,
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
so
not built yet.
basically TNT looting, there's a slime containment chamber that like separates the small slime from the big slime so that the TNT doesn't destroy any items whenever the big slime get destroyed.
Are you looking at the looting system? Sorry.
No, we don't
Well,
have it yet, honestly.
they don't have it here, so I'm just kind of explaining it.
It's just another
Oh,
slime
okay.
looter. Like it's essentially just the same as in new versions, but you don't have an end portal. They just kind of appear in
Yeah.
the middle. Just one
And-
thing to mention for new players in new versions. In 1.12, only the player actually respawns the platform. In 1.12, if you have something else than the player going into the end, it will not regenerate the platform. So we can just modify the platform however we want, and it will just work.
Yeah,
Completely
and also
forgot about
it's
it.
right on a chunk border, so TNT looting or lazy looting is also a possibility for some farms, but not slime farms because slime is kind of painful to work with.
Yeah, slime splits. That's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so-
but to be honest, it's not really necessary. For example, I made a guardian farm 7 million items per hour, and I'm not even using lazy looting. I'm running the farm at 4 times speed. I'm just
and it
looting
runs,
them
yeah,
in
it
these
runs
chunks.
at like I think it's like a decent MSPT without storage. We haven't really tested it with storage because that's also
Yeah.
another thing
Yeah.
we're working on. We're taking a
Without
bunch of Wait, let me explain this part. I want to explain this part. This is kind of goofy. We're taking all of the items and sending it through, I think, like 100 gateways to send to one location in the end, and then it gets sorted based on what the first item comes through is. It gets sorted into each storage that has like, I don't know how much storage we're adding. I think it's like 500 million items per farm, or I want 1 billion, but I don't know. We'll see.
there is issue with item farms in 1.12 because if you have a lot of items in a chunk, it will just reset the chunk.
Exactly.
I once tried to make a 1 billion cobblestone bulk, and I tried filling it up with cobblestone in creative, and after it filled up the first chunk, the server crashed. Then when I came back, it had cleaved the entire chunk out of the storage. Like it just cleaved it, like just cut it out like a cookie cutter.
Yeah, so that's the issue we might run into with this kind of storage.
Yeah, there is a lot of things we want to do with the end portal in
Yep.
survival, but I just kind of spent like 90% of my time on proto. I'm just here, and I don't even and obviously Heroics designed a roof above me so that I don't even see sky, so I'm always over here. I just see the
know when
void.
it's dark.
Lock
Yeah.
in the basement.
Yeah, I'm locked in the basement
locked
all the time. You know?
Yeah.
And the basement where if I make a wrong step, I fall into the void and die.
Yeah. So oops. And it's not fully lossless. It destroys like one single item every hour, so it's not
Oh
optimal.
no.
Yeah, it's not. It's sadly not optimal.
But that's as good as I could get. So
Skill issue.
unfortunately, I am a disgrace to TMC because of that.
Yeah, actually, there are some like we start while building, so we are just building a vertical end portal frames to place a huge layer of end portals. Then we remove the frames with Thnx, and then we are placing trapdoors on top of the end portals to prevent them from first of all spawning if mob switch would be offline, and second of all. Then we can crawl in with Elytra and we can mine them. So that's why we are using trapdoors. And the primary thing why we are using the trapdoors is so that we protect the portals from instant ultic X. Because we are building with instant ultics, if I click an egg accidental, I can destroy a portal at any time. So that's why we are
very
using
tedious to build this.
Yeah,
By the way,
it takes some
one
time.
more thing that I don't think has been really mentioned or explained until now is how do we even get such big portals? Like usually you would only you would only get a 3x3 portal, and you also need some headspace for the actual frames. However, as it turns out, Mojang in their infinite wisdom made it so the portal when you insert the Eye of Ender, the portal tries to look for other filled portal frames in other axes. So if you build this kind of setup, like a 3x3 nether portal, but you have to remember about correctly rotating the portal frames. If you do it correctly, you can get...
You stupid JK, you have to
Obviously, you
activate the
didn't do
bottom
it
as last.
correctly.
The bottom is
Oh,
the
the
last.
bottom has to be activated last. Okay, BNM, can
Yeah.
you quickly replace this? No, actually, the other way around, I believe.
It is a weird, like, you have to do it in a specific direction or it doesn't work.
There we
you
go.
go. So
Yeah.
that's how every single portal has been placed in this perimeter is like this.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you can
I
actually see
love
as
JKM
you can
giving
see,
his
I could-
explanation of you need to do it correctly, proceeds to not do it correctly.
yeah, you know, he's not the end portal guy. You know, I play 70,000 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a leaderboard, right?
Chat, can we pull up the scoreboard?
Yeah.
And you know what's the funny? JKM is really high up, and all of his frames are shitposting. The troll is also shitposting, and only me and Trivax are actual useful uses of it.
I made so many Among Us shaped portals.
You know who's
Yeah.
not on this list?
Oh. No, we're
Should
not
we
talking
show
about the list.
the
You?
end gateway things now? Like,
Yeah.
because that should be
No.
like
We can
no.
tip it to me. No.
We are doing different things.
With a W. No.
Can you wait? Can you get an end
Wait,
gateway?
is my accent right that bad? Really?
And gateways don't
Fine.
have an item, yeah, but you can get them as a falling block and place them down.
Yeah,
Here's my one stat that I have. Don't ask
so
how.
I guess we can move to another location and we can unload those slime farm finally. So this is kind of the place where I live on Proto. I'm building it for like 2 years already.
Now we can tip it to me. I'm already at the next location.
I don't know who's talking.
Yeah, TPL.
Yeah, I'm tipping all. Welcome to the end.
So this is our end dimension.
Oh my god, Smokey is still on here? The good old times. We do not talk about him anymore though.
Stonebreak.
And really, this end dimension, like it has many things. It has a portal that's like way too low. It has 2 portals actually before falling block. It has a spawner XP farm by JKM. It has many gateways,
Yeah,
which is the interesting part because that's our hyperlink network.
And also connected to the hyperlink, we have our old world border projects. the Project Horizon.
Yeah.
To explain, before all of the falling block shit was discovered, and the fact that you can warp you can use end portal warps to get to the end world border in like 5 minutes if you really want to from spawn on a fresh world, or not on fresh world, but if you have end portal frame from spawn. Before that, there was a thing which we did on Proto, and we sent a fly machine to the world border to activate a gateway. And that a gateway linked to the 1000 blocks rings, which is around the main island. So I guess we can teleport everyone to the clock and explain a bit of that project, because that project is quite insane. I'm gonna fly there. I'm gonna teleport everyone.
You have a concrete factory?
No.
We had one, but it was in the spawn, and we removed it because
Yeah, we had
redoing the
from
spawn.
yeah, we were doing it from the end to the overworld.
But now we couldn't make one anywhere because of the falling block.
Whoa, what is this?
Right now we are at a huge clock.
Yeah, so this is a timing device that was used to send flying machines. Like, they sent 2 flying machines. They send the first one to the world border, and then they send a second one, which is faster than the first one, to reach the odd to make it so that they crash into one another at the exact block the gateway generates. And that way, the gateway at the world border, and that way they moved the gateway like during the population, so that the gateway can link to the spawn. And they used that concept of 2 flying machines to get the gateways to link to the end spawn all the way to the world border.
Yeah,
And
so
since
actually,
it's so precise, they needed to have like super precise timing, and that's what this is. The flying machine took like 6 months of real-time flying.
yeah, so
Something like
imagine
that.
I would have thought it would
imagine
take like a billion years or something for a flying
yeah,
machine to
yeah.
reach the world
Imagine
border.
you have the insane part is you have a server which is online for 6 months without a crash or out of
Yeah.
nowhere or anything.
You
The server
can't
needs to be
crash,
online.
you can't do anything.
No, we had waypoints, didn't we? Like every 2
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. True.
There were waypoints, but
still they did fly for a long time.
yeah. So this clock
Why
is
didn't
pretty
you go
complex.
closer and then build it?
It doesn't really matter. The difference between this and in 10,000 blocks is nothing compared to the 13 million.
That's fair.
It like doesn't actually matter.
Like,
And
it's
over here,
probably faster to go there than wait for a flying machine, but whatever.
yeah, we're actually the
Why
first.
didn't we just go to the world border and do it?
Yeah, we're actually the first server which reached the world border in the end without cheats. So like this was a pretty insane project with a lot of redstone involved.
Yeah.
So a bit to go a bit into the gateways. So if you move a gateway during a population, it becomes dataless. There is no data in the gateway, and a dataless gateway is the gateway which generates after the dragon dies. That gateway is also dataless, and if the player goes through or entity goes through, it generates a second gateway on the ring of where the outer end islands start. That's where it generates a second gateway, and you just get to this. It will just make you like a permanent connection between those 2 locations. Normally, you are only supposed to get one from the main island to the outer end islands, but you can also you can also get the data gateway at the world border, and then it will be permanently connected to the 1K ring at the outer end islands. And that's also what we are using with Hyperlink.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Hyperlink, we are also using nether portals, where, as JK was saying, you can enter the nether from the end and then multiply your coordinates by 8 again, and you are at the same coordinates. And what we are using, we are just flying a falling block of gateway to a location, we land it, and that's it, pretty much. We just land it, and then we have a permanent connection. We are actually using 2 gateways. One to get us from the main island to the 1K ring, and one to get us from the 1K ring to the final location. Because every time you get the data as gateways, it will make a straight line to 0, 0, and it will generate a gateway at the 1K ring. I hope everybody kind of understands.
Yeah.
So we can actually visit the border if you want. I can teleport everybody to the border. I'm not sure which border was the first one. I'm actually not sure. The one
Oh,
with mob switch, right?
I have no idea which was the first one.
We're just gonna go
It's-
to one of them. It doesn't really matter.
It's the one with all the signs, whichever one that is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
This one is not the correct one. Yeah, that's not the correct one. There's Let me find the
I
correct.
gotta go. See y'all. Have a good one.
Yeah. Fuck, I loaded it sometime.
You too.
Bye.
Then it was maybe this one. So I hope I will find it, bro. It is this one. Main island. Isn't that the one which was like generated in a wrong place? I think it's this one. Yeah, I find the correct one. Okay. I'm gonna teleport everyone to the world border now. So this is the world border which got reached first. Ignore all the illegal shit. Ignore the Dragon X which are stuck forever in entity phase. Ignore the flank Dragon X. Yeah, actually, Dragon X are a bit broken.
They was here. Oh my god, the date's backwards. The 16th of September 2019.
Yeah, so there you go. This was 6 years ago.
Yeah, at this point, this was quite a long time ago. And this was the first end border which was ever reached in survival without cheats. It was previously reached on 2B2T, and but they used Elytra fly hacks to just fly there at insane speeds.
That's crazy. I stopped playing before all this happened. I'm even older than this. I'm too old.
Wow.
Too old to 40 MC.
And also the cool thing is that you have a permanent connection. You can go back and forth.
Yeah. That like right now, if you would like to make a permanent connection, it takes like 2 hours.
Oh
If you have the
yeah.
falling blow.
No, hyperlink is
Faster,
No,
way faster.
even without falling blocks, you can just make a dataless gateway, and that can take like the only thing you really need to get here is end portal to get here quick, and then you can just make a dataless gateway in the end. You don't even need to
you
follow
basically
blocks.
just do the Pearl Warp a couple times to get to an overworld border. You build an end portal. You use the piston pushing you below end portal trick. I don't know, end portal warp. Yeah, let's call it end portal warp. and you get teleported to any place in the end you want. Then you find, well, you would do that on copy before you do it on SMP, of course. But you have to find where the game would try to generate an end gateway in, kind of close to your target location. You save state that chunk, make a really simple setup that pulls the end gateway as it's generating, and you have a permanent connection as well.
Yeah. But this was all made before falling block and other things, so they just used the fly machine.
Yeah, of course.
So this is about it. Also, we can maybe try using one of the hyperlinks if someone would like to try it as well. I'm gonna go back to the main account.
I might do my dial-on.
I guess we can try going to which location? I would not. I would not like to go to. Let's not go to. We can go where? We can actually go to Lightning Farm if anyone would like to see that.
But we already got a lightning farm.
No, I mean the new one.
The last location is the switch. Which
Yeah, but we are gonna teleport to the Sand Monster.
No,
I
but
don't really...
we would. It's cool to show the switch also and explain.
Yeah, we can.
So I'm there if you wanna TP.
Hyperlink to Quad Witch Hut.
Yeah, so if anyone would like to try a hyperlink, they can teleport to me. But please don't. Okay,
well,
just get teleported. Yeah, it would be really nice to use actually a hyperlink in survival, but there is a cooldown of the gateways, and we would just take like 5 hours before we would get here.
And now this is RPM project, so
Yeah, please don't fly around. Don't fly around. Don't.
Yeah, this also have safe states, so just don't fly to the south.
Yeah. Stay in the box. If you load it, it will crash and everything will be fucked up.
Yeah.
So this is a instant tile tick and instant falling switch. So what is instant tile tick and instant fall? So if you look over here, there is a piston that is raising up some sand. So the sand obviously falls down at a normal rate, and the repeaters also tick at a normal rate, and so they take a while to go. With instant fall and instant tile tick, the sand will fall instantly, and the repeaters will turn on and off instantly.
Yeah, we can actually try turn on. Yes.
Okay.
We can turn on instant fall. We are not gonna try the instant Daltics because that's called an instant crash.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
now you can see we have instant fall on, and the sand falls instantly.
Sand's not moving for me.
Oh yeah, because you have to go into survival to see it because of.
And this is also the perfect opportunity to show how Dragon Egg Bedrock Breaking works in 112.
Yeah,
so since
that is
Can you put me in survival, please? Thank you.
Since we have instant fall, Dragon Eggs are going to also try to fall instantly, which means that if we have Bedrock and we place a Dragon Egg, it instantly falls and replaces the Bedrock with itself.
Why do Dragon Eggs do that, by the way? I've always been curious.
Notch code.
Because Mojang, rather than reusing the code for falling blocks for between Dragon Eggs and everything else, they copy pasted it, but then there's an off by 1 error in one of their for loops.
Yeah. Please
Like,
don't.
deep.
Don't.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. Please don't click the X because they can accidentally teleport onto the instant tactical line and it would crash the server.
Yeah. So we are using a dungeon for the instant fall. And then instant tile tick works. So I guess a little bit of example. You update suppress during population in order to get these states happening. So the instant fall uses a dungeon, and then instant tile tick you have to suppress during a waterfall generation. So the kind of cool thing about this particular setup is that it gives us both instant fall, instant tile tick, and both of them for using only a limited number of save state chunks. I believe it's 2 or 3. And
It should be free.
The cool thing, the interesting thing about that is that we're able to use essentially how the game populates and how the game changes during population in order to reduce the amount of chunks you need. Normally, for something like this, you would need to have potentially like 5 or 6 save stated chunks, but being able to control how the game populates specific. Sure, we can use 6 or 7. Being able to control how the game populates lets you sort of turn on and off things. So one interesting thing about instant tile ticks is that they don't fire if you're too close to unloaded chunks. So we're able to use that here in order to reduce the amount of things that we need to actually load. I don't. Going over there would probably break things, so let's not do that. But what's over there is a dungeon, a big set of rails for update suppressing, and then something that handles a waterfall.
And to also use Rails to update the press for a waterfall, like the liquid pocket. It's also with Rails, or
No, that is
Okay.
using. I think we use because at that point we have instant tile tick on, so we can use. I forget if I used a comparative suppressor or a water bucket or something. I don't remember exactly.
So this is actually a modern instant switch, so this is not the first one, right? Because I think the first one on Prototech, like the old one, still used Rails for instant Okay.
Yeah,
So it's a new
this is
Yeah.
this is a new one.
Originally, it was called The Switch by the one and only RacePerx.
Sorry, repeat that?
Why not? Yeah. And it was kind of like, to my knowledge, this should be the best setup for it on a survival server. Because all the other servers I saw, they just have a line and they have like separated setups for each. They don't have like one setup for all of them at once. Or they are ducked and they have a stupid way of turning it on, and they can only do it once.
So another cool thing about this one is that it should be relatively hard to break.
This one is actually addictive.
It's part of, obviously we have a big autosave setup and timer so that we try and time this perfectly so that you can't break it with that. But even with that, we use a instant save state setup. So I guess previously chunks would take the setups to save state automatically save state a chunk would take a while. You have to essentially fill a shuffle box with books, and that takes hopper speed. But we can use instant tile ticks to instantly fill the shulker with books, and so we get the save state instantly, and so that reduces the amount of time that things can go wrong even more.
Another thing I kind of want to add about Instant Fall is that in 1.12, you don't really have different blocks for the different colors of concrete powder. You basically just have concrete powder block with some metadata. And if a concrete powder falls, well, if it instant falls, it actually turns into the default state, which is white concrete powder.
Yeah, so you can recolor everything to white.
Yeah.
And instant Celtics and instant fall have other uses than just bedrock breaking and doing funny things with async. It's actually a way to dupe falling blocks. Actually, Revax, can you teleport us to the Sun Monster?
Yeah, that's exactly
So
where I'm.
people usually try to remove all the blocks in a parade around a Guardian Ocean to have a really nice Guardian Ocean.
You're,
We
you're
just feel
explaining the thing before we can see it again.
so we did exactly the opposite.
Yeah, just wait.
Everyone should be here.
Oh, the monolith.
Oh my god.
The
There's a
sun
bunch of sand.
monster.
What is this? A
So
redstone ready world?
this is a use of instantaltic, and this like all of this sand that you see, this was placed in one day pretty much, or even a few hours, I think. And yeah, this shows that like instantaltic is just so broken. And yeah, it uses some flying machines. If you go to the south of the sun monster, and those flying machines are just duping sand again and again and moving forward. So yeah, this
What
was
the hell
like
is this pixel art thing? What?
So it should be a knife cutting.
yeah, I don't
it like a
know.
piece of
That's
like
like
a piece of.
a random thing.
It should be a hand with a knife cutting it like a piece of butter. It actually uses diamond blocks. Why? Yeah, so there is a bunch of sand, and actually in the middle of this there is an ocean monument buried. So
Definitely looks interesting right now.
yeah, it looks. It's just a thing we have.
Could
It's
you
actually
run it?
enormous.
In order to turn it
Yep.
on, we need both instant fall and
Oh,
instant
and
Celtic on.
Celtics, yeah. And
Oh.
like it would be nice to show you instant Celtics, but it's pretty much a server crash because one pressure plate crashes. If you have even a tiny bit of frosted ice in dark, it crashes. If you just move in the wrong way, it crashes. Like it's so unstable. We
Yeah.
rarely use it. Last time we did use it, it was for digging sand, because actually a funny thing, if you have a column of sand or any falling blocks, and you have instant Celtics on and you mine the bottom block, the column gets divided by 2. Which is a pretty interesting thing, but I don't really know why it happens. I just maybe Myron knows, but it pretty much just divides the number of blocks in 2. So I used it
So
to.
it's a weird thing with how instant fall interacts with or instant Celtics interact with how the blocks work, because the updates travel up, and then the blocks all fall down, and then they travel sort of like recursively. And I think what happens is things end up sort of getting lost in the translation of that process.
Yeah, so we did use it to. We are currently digging a parry, and it's in the middle ocean, so we ran a similar fly machine to fill it with sand, and after that, we just used instant Celtics plus instant fall to mine all the sand by hand, because it's faster than using torches or anything else.
Quarry.
The butter printer, the rates. Actually, the rates are how many dupers you build. It's not limited by like you just build a shit ton of dupers and you have like theoretically this is the fastest way how to obtain sand and white concrete powder. If you don't count duping with end portal, or you don't have like extra end portals, because you can just build as many of the machines as you want. It's just essentially it's just a clock with a sand on top, and the sand just gets duped and it falls down. It's a pretty simple thing. Yeah, it's an opposite quarry. You are not
The anti quarry.
Yeah, the
Quarry.
anti-quarry. Thank you for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed the tour. See you next time.